What's up, everybody? Let's talk trial. So if you're like me and you've been stuck in a self-imposed kind of quarantine for the last couple of weeks, you're probably getting kind of bored right now, wondering what you should do, what can you do to entertain yourself. And today I want to talk to you about some of the things you can do in order to, number one, entertain yourself, but number two, improve your trial game. So one of the things that we never really find time for as trial lawyers is, reading. We spend a lot of time working, we spend a lot of time trying cases, we spend a lot of time doing all kinds of stuff, and it's almost like we never really have the time to do as much reading as we would like. Some of it is time management. If you really sit down and put some time aside, you'll find out you have plenty of time to do some of that reading. And some of it's just you're just too busy, so you're never going to get as much reading done as you would like, even on the best time management scenarios. But with this quarantine, you're pretty much stuck home all day. You may work from home, excuse me, you may work from home, which means you don't have to drive to work and from work. You don't have to sit in traffic for a couple of hours. You don't have to go to court. You don't have to do a whole bunch of stuff that usually takes a lot of time out of your day, so you can get some reading done. And so I want to talk to you about the 3 top trial books that you could read during this quarantine. And they're entertaining, they're insightful, and they are going to level up your trial game. So the first one I want to talk to you about is this one right here, which has no title up front, but you may be able to see the title in the spine of the book. This is The Art of Cross-Examination by Francis Wellman. This edition here is kind of cool. They made it like in the 1984 or something for some special library or something in New York, so it's got the golden laminate and stuff like that, and it's pretty cool. But get whatever copy you can get. I usually buy them used because they're cheaper, but it's the same content. But this book right here is great because it's from an era where cross-examination was not so heavily dependent on deposition testimony. Whenever this book was written, it was like the 1900s, 1908, I think, is when it was first put out. And it's, I don't want to say an old style of cross-examination, it's more of a more artistic, more free style of cross-examination, a cross-examination style that relies on the lawyer being able to figure out where all the chess pieces fall and being able to make calculated guesses as to what's going to happen next. And so there's a lot of good cross-examinations in here. There's a lot of interesting cross-examinations in here. And it's the kind of book that will definitely give you some ideas as to how to conduct your next cross-examination and how to just think about things that you otherwise normally perhaps would not have thought about when conducting cross-examinations. So this was a solid one. This is The Art of Cross by Francis Wellman. Definitely should pick it up. I think you can get it for like 15 bucks somewhere if you buy it used on Amazon, something like that. So it's very cheap, and you'll probably get it within a couple of days. This one is one I just picked up about 3 weeks ago. It's Voir dire and Opening Statements by Nick Rowley, Courtney Rowley, and Wendy Saxon. Nick and Courtney, they're pretty famous trial lawyers in the U.S., and Wendy Saxon is a jury consultant. And this book is pretty interesting because it breaks down Nick Rowley's and Courtney Rowley's and Wendy Saxon's approach to trying a jury trial. And it's pretty, how do I put it? It's pretty human intensive. It's pretty connected to the people who are actually deciding the case. It's not so much a technical handbook, although there is a lot of technical stuff in here in the sense that they put transcripts, and not transcripts, but excerpts of jury selections and excerpts of openings and things like that from cases that were tried and won significant verdicts for. And so it's got a technical side of it, but it's mostly about how to connect and how to try your case in an honest way where you convey to the people who are deciding the case for your client the humanity of what's going on in the case. It's exclusively about personal injury, but I think there's a lot of takeaways from it to other areas of practice. So Voir dire and Opening Statements by Nicholas Rowley, Courtney Rowley, and Wendy Saxon. I'm about halfway through, more or less, and so far it's been solid, so I definitely recommend you pick it up. And last but not least, Trying Cases to Win. This is the jury selection and opening statement one. There's like 6 volumes, I think. I only have this one. I haven't really checked the other ones out, but I should, because this one was legit. This is by Herbert Stern, which is a guy who used to be a federal judge, and then I think he was a federal prosecutor and was a trial lawyer for a long, long time. I don't know if he's still around or if he's still alive or anything like that, but this book is solid. The chapter on jury selection, in my opinion, is complete garbage, but everything else in this book, other than the one chapter about jury selection, is gold. It definitely teaches you how to try a case in a way that perhaps you have not thought about. I remember reading this book when I was a young public defender at the public defender's office in Dade County, and it just kind of opened my eyes to a lot of different things that I just never really thought about. The way that he thinks about trying cases, the way that he thinks about marshaling the evidence, depending on the type of evidence presented, depending on the quantity and quality of the evidence, is pretty interesting. And I gotta tell you, it changed your life. Even on the defense side, when I was on the defense side at the public defender's office, it was, you know, it's a life-changing event reading this book. So I definitely recommend for you to get it. It is kind of expensive, but if you get it used, you can get it for like 40 or 50 bucks. I got this one, which is basically new. If you look at it, even after reading it, it looks new. I got this one for like 50 bucks, and I definitely recommend that you check it out and give it a read during this coronavirus quarantine, because it may just change your life. Alright guys, that's it for now. Catch you again next time.